I will be critiquing this piece today and talking about capturing likeness, rotation, all that good stuff. Really, really interesting face you've selected here. Critique art submitted to my subreddit and my Discord. So to get your art critiqued, and I critique for free, and attending the live stream is for free. So be sure to subscribe and be sure to turn on your notifications so that you guys get notification when I go live. But go to istebrak.com and click on the subreddit icon right here. That's where you can submit your work for critique, or you can submit on the Discord channel right here. You go here, it'll add you to the public Discord. There is a private Discord for patrons only. They get assignments, they get due dates. The assignments are a bit customized towards their skill level. The assignments are high diversity, so we do all kinds of stuff. But that is a separate Discord. This is not the Discord I'm talking about. This is a public one that's free for everyone, and there's a critique channel there in that channel, in that server, and you guys can submit your work for critique there. Let's get started for today. Let's talk about likeness. Let's talk about measurement. So one big part about being an artist is being able to draw a portrait. And a lot of you get a lot of things wrong because you are jumping right into it without any planning. When you are neglecting measuring, you are neglecting the very subject it is you're studying. To measure is to draw a face. Write that back. Right here, we can see you have a lot more forehead than in the reference. So if we were to break down the reference, what would be the most important lines? Okay, Istebrak, I'll measure. What are the most important lines to have? Well, the most important is going to look like Kratos in a second. But one of the most important lines to have is the symmetry line. There's the symmetry line that's traced on the surface of the face. And then there's the general symmetry line that floats on top of everything. Both of these have different functions. One of them is really good for the base structure. So we have the sphere, and then we have that kind of like the rest of the face. We have the cranium, and then we have everything that isn't cranium, I guess. That general symmetry line is good for that. So we would have this jaw, chin, and that general symmetry line. And then once we add features, then we start adding the eyes, the glabella, the nose. We start getting a more detailed symmetry line, a symmetry line that feels like we got a pen and traced it on top. Then there's the horizontal symmetry lines. Those lines are really, really important too. They help you locate where each feature is, and usually they're straight. They're straight in relation to the feature we're drawing. So we've got that. Look at all these features are perfectly symmetrical. Symmetry is part of function, so it's really important that we have it. Okay, so let's go back to your piece. Well, we know now that the forehead and the nose are not the same size. We know now that there is some serious stuff going on with the features. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start structuring this in that similar way. I know where my horizontal and vertical symmetry lines are. I know where the structure is. So that's what's guiding my eye. That's what's guiding my mind while I'm working on this. So filter, Liquify. So I'm just jumping into Liquify. I also ignore details while I am in Liquify. While I'm doing the structure, I mean. So we can see that the forehead bone sticks out further than the cranium, or the forehead itself, the eyebrow bone sticks out further than the forehead bone, sorry. And we can see that the cranium has a bit more scale to it. Okay, we can see that the eyebrows are not really that important structurally, but we'll just kind of toss them up. We can see that there's this edge that the head reaches. And indents inward to create this corner. And then it kind of rounds off in the back. And then we've got the placement of the eyes. Remember, these are horizontal lines that I'm looking at now. They need to be much higher along the face. And if you don't have your reference nearby like this, you're really throwing a wrench in your development. Keep the reference nearby so that you could properly explore all of this landscape of his face. Okay, and then we've got the nose. The way you've kind of structured the nose here is a little too low on that space wherever you've placed those ears. And then the structure of the nostril and that signature laugh line for older faces, so that age signature. And there's that detail, that shadow of the iris and that space of the eye just there. And so likeness happens accidentally. Sometimes it needs to happen intentionally, especially if the face is like unique and you really want to capture that likeness for some, project or requirement. But likeness will happen indirectly as you measure for scale, as you get that ratio, that legend in the map, and you use it as your reference, that landmark, sorry. That's what's going to start happening, is likeness will just be a result of that really careful measuring. A big epiphany a lot of you will have in your skill development is, wow, there was a lot less art in the process than I thought. There was a lot more science in the process, but I was busy trying to make it artistic. Don't make the scientific process artistic, and don't make the artistic process scientific. So don't think too hard when it's time to be creative, when it's time to select colors, when it's time to be more free, when it's time to be wild and get ideas from random things. And don't try to be artistic when it's time to measure, when it's time to understand light and the physics of light. Don't try to do, as an artist, you're going to learn that there is a time and place for all of that. Before, after. Before, after. Found symmetry lines and I adjusted to them. I just blindly trusted them. I jumped in feet first. It really isn't a risky jump at all. These symmetry lines and these lines are like lifelines. They're bungee lines. You got your harness and but you were the one who was jumping actually. Now I'm pointing at the original artist. I think it's DHT on our Discord. You were the one who jumped without any harness, without any lifeline. You jumped right off the side of the mountain, and then you expected it to work, and that's why you had so much detail rushed, no structure in the nose. I see no geometric shapes. There's geometric shapes all over, and you have to start doing more form studies so that you can see these geometric shapes everywhere you go. To see these geometric shapes is to be an artist. That's the point of all of this. You are starting to see geometric shapes everywhere, and so you start to pick up on all of the behavior of the light everywhere that the geometric shapes happen. Okay, so once you see them, you know where your block stops, you know where your brushstroke starts, you know where this is a cylinder right here, you know where all of this needs to be. But if you don't have form study view, if you don't have geometry schematics in your view of things, you have not yet crossed the line. Once you do those forms, there's no going back. There's just a line every artist crosses. It's like it's a sign, and every artist is a beginner up until they cross that line. And you could be really good at drawing anime faces to the point where you're making lots of money from it, you're selling, but still you don't have it quite yet, that skill. And this line that you cross is the form studies line. Once you start seeing everything as cubes and pyramids, and you will never be sidelined ever again by some kind of random study. Once you cross it, your brain is just like expands and it just becomes mega mind. You can be an artist and you can be really good at what you do, very stylized, but it's on this side of the line. Some artists can stylize and be on this side of the line, and they, I think, are the best anime style hybrid artists. They're the ones who can combine and marry form and style together. But But if you're going to be on this side of the line, you're going to have these kinds of studies happen. You are capable of, look at the blending that you're doing. Look at the control that you're doing. That's a great edge against the background. You are capable of drawing cubes and spheres. You are capable of this, and you will get there. But you won't get there without giving your brain some kind of learning tool. A brain needs a learning tool. And the learning tool here is the symmetry, the vertical and horizontal lines, and all the things that we've covered today. Before, after, before, after. Thank you guys for watching. Do you guys have any questions at all before I let you guys go? I can give you guys like a minute or two before I hop off. Oh, thank you so much, Sakasma. And this was done under an hour while she's reading chat and explaining the whole way through. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. It's not just that artists need a way to compete with perfect detail, so they went the other direction by under detailing. Thank you guys. Thanks everyone. But do you guys have any questions before I head out? I'm just gonna quickly get my links ready. So if you guys want to get your work critiqued, the work I critiqued today, this study was found on my Discord, my free to join open public Discord where I hang out every single night with my homies. So if you go to istebrak.com, istebrak.com, and you click on the subreddit icon right here, that'll take you to my subreddit, and this will take you to my public open Discord. I have a Patreon. It's paid $20 a month for apprentices. There's also other tiers if you want to support the channel, but the $20 tier, the apprentice tier, will provide lessons, there are critiques, there is homework, deadlines, all of that good stuff, and that will be available for everyone. If you want to join, you can cancel at any time. I do have a master class. If you want to learn more about portraits, if you want to kind of do the things I do during painting. What's blocking? I talked about blocking a lot. You get my brushes in this set, you get everything, and it's 50% off right now. It's half off. So if you want to kind of understand portraits the way I do have a master class that covers all of this, and at the end you learn how to paint a pretty girl, pretty face. So there's that, and you can use this face, kind of an industry standard face to start with. It's a good starting face for those who want to get into portraiture, and I teach you forms. You can be a beginner and buy my master class. You don't need to be a advanced student or intermediate advanced or middle intermediate to buy my class. You can buy it even if you've never picked up a brush before. You'll still learn about form. You'll still learn about my theory and my approach. You'll still learn about radial shading, which I used a lot today, and I haven't really mentioned it that much. You'll still learn about texture control, illusion of texture, all of that stuff, and I even have a listed version of the masterclass to go along with the videos. All of that is available on my Gumroad. Thank you everyone for watching today. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for coming out to the live streams. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time on, oh, it's already Thursday. How the heck? I'll see you guys next Tuesday at 4 or 5 Eastern, PM Eastern time. And hopefully we can start talking about Sketchtember very soon. Usually August 1st is when I get Sketchtember fever. I don't know if you guys know about Sketchtember, but we use all of September to draw. And I usually announce my Sketchtember plans around the beginning of August, so keep an eye out for those. We draw every single day for all of September, which is really, really cool. I stream every single night. I'm going to be hosting it in the new channel. So please spread the word, and also please subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I don't say that enough. I'm sorry. I just don't feel like I don't know. I don't know. But please like and subscribe. This time around, I'm gonna ask for likes and subscribes. I really appreciate you guys coming out here. Bye everyone. I'll see you next time.